Yeah, good afternoon to everybody. Buenas tardes. How is buenas tardes in English?
Kalispera.
Kalispera.
Good.
Yeah, it's serious danger. We have to decide if surgery or no surgery, but will be a few months out.
Just that, please.
Yeah, hi, Pep. When will that decision be made about surgery? When he...
Next days.
In the next days. And what's the sort of worst case scenario that you're looking at? New Year maybe, or?
But surgery will be, I don't know, 3 or 4 months out. I think so.
And there was a bit of good news today, Pep, with Rico Lewis's new contract. That's something for you to be happy about.
You cannot imagine. So it's, when a player for the academy extends 5-year contract, it's a reality for us. It's a huge compliment for all the structure, for the academy, for the scouting when he picked him up with 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, and all the managers have been with him, educate him. I was fortunate to know his father and mother, and he's an incredible person. So it's for us, it's incredible. So to have, for the club, to have a player for the academy will be for a long, long time with us. It's amazing.
Who's next? Simon.
Hi, Pep. You've obviously got a lot of options, even though Kevin's injured. Rico, Kovacic, Foden, Bernardo. Is James McAtee also an option this season, or
yeah, of course.
Is he going to stay with you rather than go out on loan?
No, first of all, I had to say the injury for Kevin is so blow for us, so it's a big loss. Kevin having specific qualities and that you can lost it, you know, for 1 game, 2 games, but for a long time it's really, really tough for us. But at the same time, you have to look forward, and of course we have alternatives there, differing skills, because the skills for Kevin is irreplaceable, but we have a different talent players, and it's an opportunity. Life gives you that, you know. When it's injured, you have an opportunity for the other one. So, and I'm pretty sure they will take it.
Just there, please.
Sorry. Good afternoon, Pep. My name is Omar Akatuba from Omar Sports, Nigeria. Since you moved to England, you've more or less dominated the Premier League. But in the Champions League, you tried, and last season you won it. Having won the Champions League, did that sort of take some pressure off your shoulders, if there was any at all?
I have to admit it's a relief for all the club, of course. You have to tell you as well that you can be 7 years, 1 decade, 20 years, 30 years, and you don't win the Champions League. So it's a difficult title to win. It's, of course, a real relief, but it's not enough. Otherwise, we'll be everybody at home. Myself as a manager and all the players, and okay, we have done it, go home. And we are here, but still we are hungry enough and to compete, and especially to challenge ourselves, to prove ourselves. If there's someone want to take our 3 crowns, hopefully they can fight against us to take it. So still we want to defend what we won last season.
Good afternoon, Pep. Do you have plans to include Joško Guardiola already in tomorrow's match, or will he wait for his debut in Premier League? Thank you.
I was really pleased for his debut. Unfortunately, we didn't have much time to train all together for the schedule that we have. After the game against Newcastle, we have 8 days to training sessions, so they're step by step can learn, but of course he's here, and we decide to play. He's more than ready to do it.
Paul?
Thank you.
Hi, Pep. Just coming back to Kevin. Has he been to see Dr. Kugat in Barcelona? Is that part of his...
In that case, Ramon saw Dr. Cugat saw the images. He did them personally, and the important is to have 2 or 3 doctors. They have the same opinion, more or less, what they have to do.
And you talked about opportunities earlier for players to come in. Phil's played that central role before. Is that now a chance for him to...
Yeah, I can play there, but can play outside as well. So we have Kova play there, so we have alternatives. So since the day one, the club over gave me a really good squad, and we're going to find a solution.
Graham at the back.
Good afternoon, Graham Hunter from UEFA here. I'm really interested in 2 things. One, how you assess Sevilla as a rival, what you think of them and their football identity, and also, although it's not normally a time for romantic ideas, the fact that Jesus Navas, a player that made so many good years for you at City, is still playing and still important, is one of the good stories in football.
Absolutely. First of all, to be here in this press conference to play tomorrow, the game you have to do two extraordinary things, or win the Champions League or Europa League. And I have to say, this is not easy. So maybe for Sevilla it's easier because we won a lot the Europa League. So I remember once when they beat Barcelona 3-0 in the Super Cup in this position. Sevilla is a team, like I would say that when he play good, they win for the many things, but they have a special character, the resilience in the bad moments, in the play the finals, that is not necessary to play in a top level, always are there. They have something in his DNA that make this team in this club different. So now I have the feeling that the last weekend make them more dangerous against us. You have to talk mentally strong, what you have to do. And but you cannot imagine how incredible happy we are to be here to play this game, because you have to win the Champions League. And this opportunity, we want to take it, because who knows when we are going to come back here to play this tournament. And with Jesus, what could I say? So maybe knowing now, maybe I would have extended the contract when we were together, and at the end, after the first season, we took a decision. Like, it was an old team in that period. I said many times, more than 11, 12, 30 players, more than 30 years old, and you should refresh mentally the team. And that's why they make in that year a lot of changes. But that, you know, it's incredible still with 37, 38 players, and I know how commitment is in his club, you know, captain of Sevilla. So, and I'm really pleased to see him tomorrow and say hi to him.
Pep, buenas tardes, soy Jorge Liaño del Desmarque Mediaset. Permíteme dos cositas muy rápidas. La primera, ¿ves muy favorito tu equipo respecto al Sevilla? O dicho de otra manera, ¿cómo ves al Sevilla de cara a esta final? No ha empezado bien la Liga. Y la segunda, trasciende un poco a la final, pero es una cuestión de mercado sobre un futbolista con relevancia mundial en los últimos años. Hay mucho debate en Sevilla sobre la conveniencia de que llegue allí nuevamente Sergio Ramos. ¿Tú crees que Sergio Ramos está en condiciones todavía de jugar en un equipo como el Sevilla? ¿Te gustaría verlo allí? ¿Realmente dónde fue su casa?
Me haces una pregunta difícil de responder. Sergio Ramos ha sido un jugador extraordinario en toda su carrera. Su carrera habla por sí mismo. Evidentemente empezar en tu casa y jugar en tu casa es un buen final, pero me permitirás que no tengo ni idea cómo están las situaciones. Hacer un análisis de quién es favorito con un partido de campeonato es muy temprano, y las finales son totalmente distintas a las formas. He hablado con gente, yo recuerdo en mi primer año en Barcelona, tuvimos 25 días hasta jugar el primer partido oficial de previa de Champions League en el Barcelona para jugar la Champions League, y luego la ganamos, pero tuvimos 25 días. Hoy sí hemos tenido 4 o 5 para jugar el primero, y ha sido mucho. Los tiempos han cambiado mucho, por tanto, en estas situaciones nunca uno sabe. Nosotros tenemos 4 bajas importantes, el Sevilla igual también tiene algunas importantes. Mira cuántos cruzados han habido este principio de temporada en todas las ligas. La gente no descansa mentalmente ni físicamente. Te hacen viajar a Asia y América por cuestiones de business por los clubes. Te hacen jugar partidos ya durísimos contra rivales muy duros, en campos en condiciones malas. La exigencia de los entrenamientos del primer día, y la gente cae y vuelve a caer porque no tienen esos 25 días para ir descanso para prepararse. Por tanto, decir quién es favorito, yo tengo una sensación, perdonar la arrogancia, pero desde que he sido entrenador casi siempre me han dicho que somos favoritos. Por tanto, lo acepto con naturalidad y sabiendo que el que juegue mejor va a ganar, y el que pierde. El favorito nunca te da 2-0 al minuto 5. Por tanto, hay que jugarlo, y sabemos contra qué equipo jugamos. Lo que he dicho antes, el Sevilla tiene una especial conexión en las finales. Yo vi el partido del Sevilla en la vuelta contra el United en casa, y tiene la capacidad de ir a Old Trafford en semifinales y jugar los primeros primera parte, ser superado por el United de manera que decías, le van a caer 4, y fueron capaces de empatar a 2, y en la vuelta les metieron 3. Al United, que los conozco, que es un equipo fortísimo. y luego saben competir las finales, como hizo con la Roma, aguantando. Esa es su gran virtud. Por tanto, sabemos de la dificultad que tendremos mañana.
Last two, please, guys. Jamie and then Jack.
Hi, Pep. Just with regard to Kevin, they've had a few days since it happened at Burnley. Is it just bad luck it happened, or was he maybe played too soon, considering what had happened?
Give me 25 days of preparation. Give me 25 days, and you will not be injured. And of course, we could say don't play, but I would say if he's injured in minute 65, 17, maybe it will be more responsibility. When it is 50 minutes, it's because. But before they take a decision, I spoke with the doctors, the physios, with him, and he told me I feel good. I said, okay, it's better start for half time, 40 minutes, and after second time. But unfortunately, it happened.
And if the club were to say to you, Pep, would you like a reinforcement? Would you like a new player to help you with Kevin being out? Would you say yes, please?
A reinforcing another player?
Well, a new player from another club, a new signing.
We will see. We will see. Now after what happened, we don't talk with Chiqui. We will see it, and we will see the chances, the possibilities, and we will see.
Hi, Pep. You're talking about sort of being excited for the game tomorrow. How important is it for yourself and the club? Because it feels like if they win tomorrow, it's another sort of legacy trophy for this group of players.
Absolutely. For Man City, never get that trophy because you have to win Champions League, Europa League to be here, to be invited to be here. So that's why I think everybody knows that maybe we'll not come back again. Hopefully, but maybe not. And once we are here, we have to try to beat, of course. When you have this opportunity to win a trophy in Europe, it doesn't matter. It will be in December when we go to Saudi Arabia to play the World Cup. So we have to try to do it. And I'm pretty sure the team is happy, relaxed, satisfied. All the big adjectives to describe what an honor is, to play that competition. And yeah, we go for it.
I know Stefan Ortega has been by Munich. Seems like they want to sign him. What are your thoughts on that? And is it too late in the transfer window to be allowing a number 2 goalkeeper to leave?
It will be a problem to lose it. First for the quality. When we bring him here because Chairman Thisidor sent me a clip and by me, this is a keeper that maybe we need. I didn't know him. He's playing for Relegated from Bundesliga. And I saw him, I said, oh, looked good. But since day one, I said, oh, what a keeper we have. You know how many important games he plays and how many saves. We don't want to sell him. We don't want to loan him. We need him, yes. But like many cases, it depends of 3 parts, because after that, if we lose Stefan at 2 weeks out of the market, we have to go to pick up a keeper. And it's not easy now, and you have to pay transfer, and it's not easy. We want him. I'm sorry, but we want him, yes.
Hi, Rodri. We've just heard from Pep Guardiola the news about Kevin De Bruyne. Just give us an idea what the reaction is among the players to that news that he's going to be missing for several months, and what is it, would you say, that City will lose by him not being around for that period of time, quite apart from his obvious talents?
Well, I didn't know it was that much, honestly. What can I say? I mean, he's one of the most important players of the club. For sure, we're gonna miss him a lot. We're gonna try to support him and in these bad moments that no one wants injuries. But at the end, I saw him the other day. He was with positivity. He wants to come back. He's an experienced player. He knows that he doesn't need to run fast to come back. He has to recover. That's the most important part. We're gonna miss him, but at the same time, I can tell you that we have a very complete squad to play these 2 months without him, and hopefully we can have him back because he's been so important these years.
Rodri, good afternoon. Welcome back to the new season again already. What do you think about the way that Sevilla play? Not just how they use the ball, but how they play under every coach. It doesn't matter if they're not the favourite or they're missing players, their idea about how to win, their spirit about how to win, I think is something that every professional coach or footballer must admire.
Yeah, I think they've shown that they're a very competitive team. No matter the moment they are, in a bad moment, in a good moment, they're always competitive. And in Europe specifically, they've been sensational the last 10 years. So we know the team we're going to face. We know how tough it's going to be tomorrow. And we know the character. I know, because I'm from there, the character they have. And it's not going to be easy. I think now in this moment of the season, we have to be aware, because we have to show our best level to beat them. And let's see these days, today and tomorrow, where we can find the way to punish them. But of course, always when it's a team of a different league, it's not easy to analyze. But I know them very good, and they're so competitive.
Hola, Rodri. Mi pregunta no es muy diferente, pero bueno, quería saber un poco cuál es el secreto de este Sevilla, precisamente en la Europa League. ¿Cómo explicas la personalidad y el carácter, rendimiento, ganando contra los mejores, pasando momentos malos? Que esto viene de muchos años, no solo esta temporada.
Sí, como dices tú, yo creo que es un equipo muy competitivo, que sabe jugar bien los partidos, los momentos. Creo que ha ganado en madurez en ese tipo de partidos a nivel europeo, y parece, bueno, hay momentos en los que parece que está por muerto y de repente pues le da la vuelta y sabe competir, ¿no? Y eso habla de un equipo con un carácter ganador, ¿no? En muchas situaciones. A partir de ahí nosotros tenemos que pensar en nosotros, en nuestro juego, en lo que queremos hacer mañana, y sabiendo que las cosas van a salir bien si nosotros hacemos nuestro fútbol.
Rodri, buenas tardes. Soy Jorge Liaño del Desmarque Mediaset. ¿Qué dibujo haces de la final? ¿Por dónde pasa el partido? El Sevilla no ha empezado bien la temporada. El año pasado sufrió también durante todo el año, hasta prácticamente los 2 últimos meses, cuando ocurrió todo lo que comenta el compañero. Y vosotros antes jugasteis contra ellos en la fase de grupos de la Champions y prácticamente pasasteis por encima. ¿Entiendes que se puede ver un partido similar a lo del año pasado, un enfrentamiento similar? ¿O crees que el Sevilla está más preparado que en aquel momento?
Bueno, es difícil hacer una evaluación al principio de temporada. Sinceramente, bueno, dices que han empezado mal, pero al final nunca se sabe, ¿no? Nosotros es cierto que no hemos tenido mucho tiempo de preparación en la pretemporada, pero creo que el equipo ha comenzado a un grandísimo nivel. Una lástima que no podíamos alzar el título a Community Shield, pero el otro día volví a ver al equipo alcanzando un nivel difícil de ver en este momento de la temporada, si soy honesto. Y bueno, me imagino una final siempre son partidos diferentes, ¿no? A partidos de mitad de temporada, y me imagino una final muy igualada en la que ellos también van a proponer con sus armas, y bueno, que nosotros tenemos que hacer nuestro fútbol. Al final, centrarnos mucho en lo que hacen ellos y dejar de hacer. Yo creo que nosotros tenemos que centrar en lo nuestro, en saber cómo podemos hacerles daño, y sobre todo sabiendo que si estamos a nuestro nivel, pues tendremos muchas opciones, ¿no?
Yeah, hi Rodri. With Kevin being out for a little while, could this be an opportunity for Phil Foden to play in the middle? And what have you made of him when he's played in the middle rather than out wide?
Yeah, I think with Phil, it's not about the Kev's injuries. I think he's been playing in two sides of the wingers, in between the lines as a false nine. I think he's a player, he can play everywhere. So let's see. I think he's the best player we have in between the lines, turning and facing then the goal. And when he plays there, I like him very much, but also when he plays winger, he's very decisive because he gets goals, assists. So depends on the coach where he decides to put, but of course he can do that role very, very easy because his talent can do it.
Simon.
Hi, Rodri. You scored the goal that got City to this game. You scored a goal and an assist at Burnley. Are you looking to add a few more goals to your game this season?
Yeah, I hope. I mean, it's something I try to improve as a player. Of course, no one demand me to score goals, but I think it's something I can do. I can help the team in this fact because I think we have a strong team in set pieces and shooting from the outside of the box. We have players like me that they can score goals. So it's something you have to. I like to improve, and yeah, at the beginning, of course, you don't have the responsibility, but now you score goals. You see yourself, you can do it. It's a good point to grow. So yeah, I will try to improve this aspect of my game.
Hi, Rodri. You're from Spain, and I mean, there's this belief amongst football fans that the Spanish league is not as tough, in quote, as the Premier League. I've always argued that football is football. Styles might be different, but players can adapt anywhere. I mean, you're a player. You've experienced different leagues. What would you say to this? Is the Premier League more difficult to play in, or it's just like every other league?
As I always said, I think it's very difficult to compare because the culture of football is different in the countries. You can see the players when they join different leagues, they change the rhythm they play because the league. So you never know. I mean, for me, for sure, the two best leagues in the world all these years, and I've been growing in Spain and then come now to England. What I can tell you is I've been enjoying a lot both. Now in England, for me, is incredible. The level of the teams are rising now. The level of the Premier is incredible, but I cannot shoot you because then Sevilla wins the Europa League and they beat United, and so football is like this. You never know. You never know who is the best level. The only thing you can say is who wins is the best, and today Sevilla and City are the best in Europe.
Rodri, you've won the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup last season. You've got this competition and the Club World Cup coming up in December. How important is it for you guys as a squad and City as a club to try and do like a clean sweep, I guess, and show that you are the best in all those competitions?
You mean winning this one? Yeah. I mean, we always hungry and decide to win every trophy we play. I remember the team was very, very disappointed the other day when we lose Arsenal because I think we deserve to win. But at the end, football is like this. But the way we come back the other day against Burnley shows the hunger of the team. We want to prepare ourselves. Now we have the Super Cup, and tomorrow I will ask my team to be the same in the last finals. We played the same level, the same desire, the same hunger. So tomorrow is a finals opportunity. I tell the guys that finals you cannot leave the chance to win it because it's so tough to arrive. So tomorrow we have to go for it with desire, and the same way we've done the last finals.
Last one, please, guys.
Hi. In 1999, Manchester United did the treble and then tried to win the Super Cup and failed. Does that show how hard it is to keep hitting the heights? And also, is that an added motivation for City's players to do what they failed to achieve?
Well, I don't know if it's a motivation, but this year we can break some records. For us, it's not that important, but it's in our head. Winning 4 Premier Leagues in a row, or maybe winning 5 of the 6 titles in a season, will be massive. So for us, every as I tell your partner, every final is important, every title is important. This Super Cup is even more special for me because it was my first trophy as a football player, so I know how tough it is to win it. And let's go step by step. Don't think much on the future, just on tomorrow that we have another chance to put City on the Europe map again. So that would be the best thing.
Hi, Manu. The game tomorrow looks like a huge game for the club. How important is it for the players that you get another trophy to cement your sort of legacy in Europe as this group of players?
I mean, it's another final, and it's a possibility to win another trophy. So yeah, we're really excited for the game, and we're going to do everything that we can win it.
Because not everyone, particularly in England, they don't see it as a huge trophy. They see it as a sort of similar to the Community Shield. But I'm presuming you wouldn't go along with that
I mean, I don't care. It's another game for us, and especially if you can win with just one game, we can win another trophy. We're going to do everything that we can, and that's the mindset in our team. We want to win every game, and that's what we're trying to do tomorrow again.
The question will be in Spanish if you just use the headphones.
All right.
Hola, iba a preguntarte por un futbolista que acaba de fichar por el Sevilla, que es compatriota tuyo, Djibril Sow. ¿Qué tipo de futbolista es Djibril y si esperas verlo mañana en el campo? La afición del Sevilla, los fans del Sevilla, todavía no lo conocen demasiado bien, aunque él ya ha brillado en la Liga Alemana y hace 2 años en la Liga Europa.
Yeah, Chibi he's a really good friend of mine. We see each other a lot of times in the year in the national team, and I like to be with him on the pitch. He's really good with the ball. He's defensively. He's also good. He will give everything for your team all the time. So I hope we can play against each other tomorrow. And yeah, I don't hope for him to win. So I will do everything that we can.
Ciao.
Well, I just wonder, do you have to pinch yourself a little to believe what's happened over the course of the past year? And would you say that the last year has made you a significantly better player?
Yeah, I think it did. I mean, just being around all these good players, the coaching staff, they're helping me a lot to improve every day, and that's also my goal. When I come in for training, come in for the games, I try to do as best as I can and getting better every day. And yeah, I mean, it's been a great year. I didn't expect this before I signed for City, but as soon as I came here, there was the mentality of us to win everything, and I'm so happy that we did it, and I hope we can win a lot of more trophies.
Right.
Manuel here, Graham Hunter from UEFA.com. When we talk to footballers, successful ones, they always tell us there isn't enough time to savour the triumphs, to think about what you've won. But during the summer, having won a treble, what was it like? Did you take time to savour it, to think about it? Did you have proper time to relax? And does it give you more motivation even coming into this season again?
I think the summer break was pretty short, but I mean, I wouldn't change it for anything because it was because we played in the Champions League final and in the FA Cup final, and I hope we can do this next year again. So, yeah, it's not easy to proceed that when you're going into holidays. So first we had national team as well, and then you go into holidays, and then really try to think about everything you did last year, and yeah, but when the summer started, I just try to enjoy to the fullest. But obviously, you also have in the mind that at some point you need to start to prepare you for the next season again, and that was the thing. So I enjoyed it first. I was with my friends, I was with my family, and then at one point you got to put the mindset now to get ready for the new season again.
Hi, Manu. I'm from Nigeria, your father's country. Yes. I saw a video of you displaying your mathematical dexterity. As a footballer, as a defender, how does being a great mathematician, how does it affect your game? Because obviously you have to calculate time. How does this affect your game? How does it make you better as a defender?
To be honest, I don't think it really helps me in the game. I wish it would help me at some point, but I mean, I can't predict what the guy is going to do because I don't know him that well. I don't know what's going on in his mind. So I try to read him as a player, but the mathematical things doesn't help me.
Hi, Manu. You obviously settled in very quickly at Manchester City. How is Josko Gvardiol doing, and what does it look like he will add to this squad?
I mean, I've seen him play before a lot of times. I played against him already at Dortmund. He's a really good defender, especially for his age. So he has a lot of time in front of him, and also at this club with so many good players here and the managing staff that we have, he can learn a lot, and he settled in really well. I mean, it's not easy to come into a team that just won the treble last year, and you try to do the best thing that you can. And I think as soon as he gets some minutes in this team and can show everybody what he can do, I mean, I think all of us here will be really happy because it's going to be a big help for us.
Hi, Manu. Yeah, you were just talking there about Guardiola. We've seen you play across the entire back line for City. When a player like that comes in and they spend so much money on a player, a defensive player in your position, I'd say, just how good is that for this team and for in terms of competition and helping better you as a player?
Yeah, it helps me. Also, when I signed here, we had so many good defenders. I don't even know to say which position because I changed it a lot of times. But yeah, it helps me that I have to prove every day what I can do and get to the best level as I can. And yeah, it pushes me. So yeah, in the end, everybody wants to play. There's only 11 spots, but yeah, that's the goal. That's what makes us better.
Do one last one just in the very corner.
Oh, well, hello. I just wondered, you play so many positions across the back. What is your favourite position, and do you mind playing left back? Because your manager puts you there quite a bit.
No, I don't mind playing it at all, and it's also hard for me to say which is my favorite position because it depends of how the opponent plays. Sometimes when I play in the middle, I have more touches than when I play on the fullback position, but when I play in the fullback position, either right or left, I can be more offensive, and I like that too. So it always depends on how the opponent plays. If they close more the middle, then yeah, it's good as a fullback that I can go more in front, but if they let you play through the middle, then you don't have as many touches as a fullback. So yeah, it really depends on the opponent.